What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed Mirage. We got some news on the Cosmetic Microtransactions, and there's a few things to say. There's also, honestly, a few obvious things to say, which we will throw out in this video. But what basically happened is there was a leaked picture going around of a cosmetic pack, and I remember seeing it like on Reddit, and people were, discussing it. And what ended up happening is they were asked for a comment, Ubisoft were, and they said Assassin's Creed Mirage will feature some cosmetic bundles that will be purchasable directly on first-party stores at launch. These will be optional and have no impact on player progression. So again, a couple obvious things to say, and then a couple of just things in general. This has been the norm for Assassin's Creed for a long time. That's one of the obvious things to say. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean like it's acceptable or not acceptable, right? It literally just means they've been doing this for a long time. From their point of view, I don't really see any reason to change it, right? You've been doing it for so long. And also, to me, it was kind of obvious that this was going to happen in the first place. At the same time, I would honestly probably agree with the other side, right? The people mad at this and saying that they're PO'd, at them doing something like this in the game. And the reason is kind of simple. Assassin's Creed Mirage is supposed to be going back to the roots of Assassin's Creed. And, you think to the earlier Assassin's Creed games, people are also probably just tired of, even if it's cosmetic, right? Which I guess I do respect that it's no bearing on the game. It's not a pay to win in any sense. It's just you want to look cool. You have to pay money for it. Whatever. I mean, honestly, it is like the least of the crimes that you can probably commit. But I understand why it's soured people, again, in that, can we just have like one? Can we just have, because next year's the big open world RPG Assassin's Creed, the Japan one, that one's going to, it'll have the same thing. So it's like, could we have, the game that's cheaper, the game that's smaller, the game that's supposed to be going back to the roots of Assassin's Creed? Can it avoid doing these? Because we don't really need the microtransactions, so can it just avoid it? That's, I think, the right? People upset about this. I totally understand that. At the same time, saying obviously they've been doing it for so long with the newer Assassin's Creed games, they were, of course, going to continue it. It would have been nice to see. I think, honestly, goodwill. It's just goodwill. I know it'll make them a lot of money. They know it'll make them a lot of money, but you really want to get this thing back to the dedicated fans of, 10, 15 years ago of Assassin's Creed. All right, well then just, again, one game where it feels old. It's got that kind of vibe to it where it's, back to Assassin's Creed 1 kind of era, and it's got none of the padding of microtransactions, even though it's not pay to win or anything. It just doesn't have it. I guess in modern day gaming, for most, it's too much to ask, right? When you have a Baldur's Gate of the world that makes fun of, things like this, where the game is the game and the things you find in the game are in the game, and we're not going to charge you. We're not going to have these DLC packs or these cosmetic packs. This is kind of what they're making fun of. And I can also tell you, and even my past history with Assassin's Creed, I don't do this, so I will be spending no money on these cosmetic packs. But sadly, people do spend money. All right, that's always the thing that upsets me about the ultimate teams in the NFL games, etc., etc. There are people, and a lot of them, that spend an ungodly amount of money every year on this stuff. If nobody did it, they wouldn't return, right? They absolutely wouldn't come back. But when you have FIFA or NFL or whatever that makes $1 billion a year on those card purchases, right? When you have whoever is buying those things, they are keeping it around. So sadly, some people are going to buy the cosmetics. They'll always be around for Assassin's Creed, and I guess there's not much we can do about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.